me to no one. Long distance, I need you. When I see potential, I just gotta see it through. If you had a twin, I would still choose you.
What is going on, you guys? Brandon here, aka Brawadis, back again with another NBA playoff prediction video. This video I'm doing the Eastern Conference. My last video was the West. That was pretty easy to predict. Well, I'm speaking for myself because who knows, I could be wrong about all of it. But now comes the East. Okay, the East is, like I said, the West is usually the more entertaining, the more like, oh, who's going to win this, who's going to win that. This year it's the East. The depth in the East was crazy. All the matchups should be, I don't see any sweeps going on in the East. Okay, so let me pick my winners really quick before I go into details. I'm going Cavs, Raptors, Hawks, and let me give you my surprise really quick. The Charlotte Hornets. Let me start off with the Cavs and Detroit Pistons. Obviously Cleveland, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. Let me just say this. The Detroit Pistons are no joke, okay? The Detroit Pistons have a squad. They have players who can actually play ball. Let me say this. I'm picking the Cavs in 6 games. I think LeBron goes into Detroit and closes it out at the Palace in Game 6, just like his good old days. But if, like, Kyrie needs to step up. Kyrie, they need 2014-15 Kyrie. They don't need 2016 Kyrie. He's been inconsistent and just, he has not been Kyrie Irving. He's Kevin Love. They need a good Kevin Love. Let me just say this, another thing. If Andre Drummond shot closer to 80% rather than 8% from the free throw line, I might be this close to picking the Pistons. But Andre Drummond struggles. I'm not saying free throws change the whole game, but you cannot leave him in the fourth quarter or else they're just going to hack him. Free throw shooting's terrible. I do think Detroit squeaks out 2 wins in this series, but I don't think they could take Cleveland. I'm picking Cleveland in 6. This is LeBron James. Let's not forget, you've heard all this Steph Curry all year, you know, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Kobe's 60-point game. But let's not forget, there's a guy named LeBron James who still plays in this league and is still one of the best players in the NBA. In my head, he's still the second best player in the NBA. Anyways, I digress. Toronto Raptors versus Indiana Pacers. Man, this one, every time you think the Raptors are ready to, you know, okay, Lowry, prime, DeRozan stepping up, every time you think the Raptors got a squad, I don't want to say they have a history of choking in the playoffs because there's not much history recently about that. But last year was bad for them in the playoffs. But this year, they just got too much talent. They've been, like, I think their choke history stops this year. Lowry and DeRozan, one of the best backcourts in the league, if not the second best. I mean, what's his name? Norman Powell, fucking second round rookie, coming out of nowhere. He's a contributor on that team. I'm picking Raptors in, I'm going to go Raptors in 7. I think they could close it out in 6. I'm going to go Raptors in 7. But I don't think the Pacers are going to beat them, but the Pacers could put up a fight. I don't know. The Raptors are too strong this year. They were right behind, right on the Cleveland Cavaliers' ass for that first seed in the East. But anyways, yeah, I'm going Raptors. They got a pretty good squad, especially with Carroll coming back. They could really use him. He's a playoff type of player. He's like a PJ Tucker, but obviously way more offensive game. Okay, let's go Boston Celtics and Atlanta Hawks. I said the Hawks, right? Boston, I don't know, guys, because the Hawks have some looming free agents. Big name, specifically Al Horford. They've been up and down this year. They've been bouncing from 3rd to 6th to 5th to 4th. Can I change my mind? No, I'm not going to change my mind. Boston with Evan Turner coming off the bench, Isaiah Thomas. No, I'm going to go, Boston's still really young. Atlanta has that experience going to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I'm going, fuck, this series is too hard to predict. Why you got to put Brawadis on the spot like that? Shit. Alright, I'm going Hawks in 7. And that's only because they have home court. That's it. That's the only reason. Home court advantage. I think, man, I love Isaiah Thomas. I want to pick Boston so bad, but I'm going Hawks in 7. I think the Hawks just have that experience. But Brad Stevens, that head coach, if anyone can bring out the best in younger players, it's Brad Stevens. So I don't know, guys. I'm gonna go Hawks in 7. Now this series, this is probably gonna get a lot of hate, and I don't want to say I'm overly confident in this pick, but come on, there's gotta be one upset. This is the NBA. This is the playoffs. The Charlotte Hornets will upset the stacked Miami Heat. You got Hassan Whiteside, Dwayne Wade, Goran Dragic, Gerald Green, Amari Stoudemire, Joe Johnson, impressive rookie Josh Richardson, Justice Winslow, top 10 pick. They're stacked. They're built for the playoffs. Wade, champion. Dragic, veteran player. Hassan Whiteside could be defensive player of the year. Joe Johnson, vet. I mean, Amari Stoudemire, he's been to Western Conference Finals 2 times. The Miami Heat should be favored in this series. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they won. If I had to bet money, I would probably bet on the Heat. But I'm going Charlotte Hornets. Kemba, guys, coming off the bench, Jeremy Lin. Who does he think he is? This dude is impressing me. He's had some games where he's New York Knicks, Linsanity. Kemba Walker has improved his game. He's no longer a fucking just a volume chucking up shots. I mean, he does chuck up a bunch of shots, but he makes them. That's beyond the point. Frank Kaminsky, pretty good rookie. Al Jefferson's back. Nicola Batum, whatever you want to fucking call him. They got to find a way to keep him in free agency. I'm going Hornets in 6. I don't see them going into Miami in a game 7 and beating Miami in their home. I'm going Hornets in 6, and I'm like, it hurts me to pick this, but with so many former Phoenix Suns, guys, even Luol Deng was a former Phoenix Sun. He got drafted by the Suns, traded on draft day. So there's my picks. Let me repeat them one more time. Cavs 6, Raptors in 7, Atlanta Hawks in 7, and then the Charlotte Hornets in 6. Again, like I want to pick Raptors in 6, but I'm gonna just go 7. I think they could close it out in 6, but we'll give the Pacers 3 games in that series, and those are my picks for the Eastern Conference side. And let's see how I do in this bracket in my head. Guys, after a sleep and some rethinking, I changed my mind about Raptors in 7. I'm going Raptors in 6 because unlike previous years where they've choked in the playoffs, this year they actually have the defense to go along with their offense. Usually their offense is strong and their defense is kind of shaky. This year they have the offensive firepower, if not better than previous years, and they also have the defense. I think they just match up well with Indiana, honestly. I'm going Raptors in 6. And the NBA playoffs start in 10 minutes. For the 6th year in a row, no Phoenix Suns. Everyone take a shot to that. No Phoenix Suns in the NBA playoffs for 6 years. The last time the Suns were in the playoffs, I was 14 years old. I turned 21 in 2 months. Just think about that. Almost 7 years. So anyways, I can't wait for the NBA playoffs. I'm about to watch them right now. Babe, how excited 1 through 10? Babe. 11. Okay, guys. So